Welcome back to our channel where we buy and sell used machinery and do projects on the farm. Now, we've got a project on the farm which you may have been following already, where we dug out a load of old soil and it's got quite a lot of stone in it. So we spoke to Winton, yes, of Farm Tech Supplies, their link is in the description below, to see if we could borrow and do a video on a stone barrier, because we thought it would be the ideal machine to sort out our area. So behind us we have a WINTON Stone Burier. Let's have a look and see what it's all about. So what have we got, Maxie?
A WINTON SB145.
So how wide does it make it?
145 centimetres.
Yeah, so do you want to explain to them how a stone barrier works?
It's got like rotavator blades in under there.
Yeah.
They spin that way.
Uh-huh.
So like that.
Other way.
Or
Yeah,
that way.
that's it.
And then back here, there's a screen in there. And
Yeah.
the stones hit it and fall down, whereas the loose soil comes back through and covers over the stones. And then the roller on the back puts it nice and flat.
Yeah, so just to reiterate that, the rotavator goes that way round, hits the screen on the back, the stones fall down, the smaller soil goes through the screen and ends up on top of the stones, and then yeah, the roller, as Max said, just moves it off on the back, doesn't it, dude?
Yeah.
So we're going to get this hitched up onto the Coyote, aren't we? And we've got to cut the PTO shaft down so it fits on, so get all that hitched up. Should we go and see the ground first so you can see what we've got to deal with? So this is the area we've got here to stone bury. And as you can see, it is very stony on the top, but there is some really nice soil within it, so we thought the stone barrier would be the best option for it. Now, I think this is probably the limit for a stone barrier. This is probably as stony as you want it. Now, a lot of people will think you get a stone barrier sort of over a building site or something like that, where you've got like bricks and blocks and bits and pieces. Now, it won't bury that.
It will not work.
It will not work on that. It will just go da 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 and just literally shake your machine to bits. Now, the WINTON machinery is great. We've used it before. We've done other videos with it. There is a WINTON topper right there we've used. And they also, the Hackett Harrows back there, we've done a video on that on Machinery Nation channel. And we might do a stone burying video with this on Machinery Nation at some point. But this is just an unpaid video. Just let us borrow the stone barrier for this project. So we're going to see how well it does on this and see if this is capable of it. If it doesn't work quite well on this, at least you know the sort of limitations of a stone barrier. So yeah. I think it's going to be good. We might have to pick out some of the bigger stones still now, but that's something we're going to have to gauge as we get to it and see how well we've done it. Now, I used to use a stone barrier years ago because I was at one point growing turf. It wasn't a successful business. I didn't get on very well with it. I probably didn't take it seriously enough, but anyway, I gave it a go and it didn't work out. But I had a 4-acre field which I planted up to seeded turf, and we stone buried the whole field. And to be fair, the stone was very similar to this. It was on sort of an Exmoor hill farm. Probably not the best place to grow turf in all respects, but anyway. So let's go and get it all hitched up, get the PTO shaft cut most probably, and then we'll get to some stone burying.
This is our tractor of choice. It's our Coyote NX5510.
And how many horsepower is it, Max?
55.
Yeah. What's the drive?
Hydrostatic.
Yeah, but that's one thing. I've never done any groundwork with a hydrostatic tractor before, so we've got to work out how we use the hand throttle and go slowly at the PTO at the same time. So it's something we've got to work out a little bit to start with. Whereas if you had a geared tractor, I'd know exactly what we're doing. But we're going to use this one because it's about the right size for the stone barrier, isn't it? So right, let's get it hitched up. We're just back to offer her up to get a length for our PTO. Obviously this is far too long, as expected. Can't even get it down there, Maxie. There we go. All right, let's pull this one out without breaking the rear window. Oh, we're gonna have to be a bit shorter than that, dude. As you can see, the link arms are pretty much where they need to be on there. So now the PTO is on the tractor end and the PTO is on the stone barrier end. So now we need to make sure we've got enough to be able to slide it up and down and still enough for it to contact. So obviously if you cut it in half there, it's not going to meet. So you need to leave it a little bit longer at that end, a little bit longer this end, but short enough to be able to pull it off and on the PTO on the tractor, and to be able to obviously have enough for it to drive itself as well. So I've just drawn some lines there now. Look. So when we wiggly line is where your shaft is exactly to be able to fit onto the tractor. So that's in line with that there, and that one is in line with that up there. So, but you need enough room to be able to slide the PTO on and off with. So that is where I'm going to cut. So you need 3 inches. So I've got 1.5 inches back from there. I've got 1.5 inches back from there. Cut that, and that should give us 3 inches of movement to be able to slide it in and off the tractor. Now, I might need to cut a little bit more because I have actually got it on a pallet and it is stuck up like that, whereas actually it would probably be more like that in real life. So we might need to cut a little bit more off. But as with all these things, it's probably best to cut it there to start with, see if you've got enough room. Then if you need to shorten it again, you can take it back. Now, also, I've got to bear in mind that I've borrowed this from Winton. They let me borrow it very kindly. And they might want to put it on something with bigger linkage, or linkage that sticks out a little bit further, because on the Coyote, the linkage is quite close to the tractor. So if they've got bigger linkage, they're going to want a slightly bigger PTO. So I'm going to keep it to the maximum I possibly can for them. Right, so I've cut the PTO shaft down, so it's now the right length. And we've taken it off the pallet just so we can hitch it up to the tractor properly, and then we need to set our levels and see where we are on that. Right, so she's all hitched up, ready to go. So yeah, this is going to be a massive trial and error of how all those levels are set and everything. The one I used before, I'd borrowed for someone else, so it was all set up on their tractor, literally just to go in the field, pull in and go on away. So as with any new machinery, spending that bit of extra time just getting it right, working it out and everything, and yeah, trying to get the best results. So that's what we'll do to start with.
I was going to try it on this little bit of level that isn't that stony first. Right, you just had to get out, and that bit of metal was stopping the roller from going round because it folds up. So you just have to push it down. That's better. It is leaving a lovely finish behind that.
So look at that. It's letting the soil run up on the top, and then the stone is going down in underneath it. So I've got to sort my levels out though, because I seem to be like pulling soil along with me in front, so I haven't got something quite right yet.
Even leaving like a lined print from the lines on the roller. So we're going to go down to the other end and come back this way, because on the link arms we pushed it out that way so we could go up against the concrete. Coyote power. Finish is beautiful, so much better than before, look. The only stones getting through are like the real small ones, because they'll go through the grid on it, or like the screen bit.
Right, I'm going to bring my roller up a bit so it stays more level, and wind my top link out some more. It's just so looking back at the footage, I can see it's not level. Oh.
That's better.
Right, so we're definitely making progress. I think we've got our level we want. As we go, we don't want to go too deep, otherwise it's going to be pulling up even more stone and trying to bury it back down again. So it's just to take this top layer off. As you can see, it's turning that into this.
When I first heard of them, I didn't even know how they worked.
No, dude.
I didn't think they would work.
No, this is pushing its limits here, mind. I'll be honest, pushing its limits proper manner.
You know, it's a hot day when the pass you've just done is already drying, is like a lot drier than what you've just done. It's going along nicely.
Right, so my trial and error is turning more into error than it is anything else. Stone Burier is working absolutely fine. My problem is my soil is, I think, too stony for it. So as you can see, it is actually doing a really, really good job. Where there isn't too much soil, too much stone, it is producing a lovely finish behind it. But where there is too much stone, like over here, there, then it is just struggling. It's just struggling, which is frustrating. But the more frustrating bit is I found something that I didn't think was in here. And the thing at the beginning of the video that I said, don't try and bury because it won't work, you'll just shake your machine to bits. Yeah, so all the soil here, I thought it was sort of that sort of stone all over it, but I found a hidden gem. And there's a reason my iron bar is here, and that is the bloody block stuck up between the rotors and there, and it's right in the middle. Right in the bloody middle. Anyway, right, I'm going to sort that out. Hopefully we'll get back to doing this today because it's raining tomorrow. I wanted to get some grass seed down on it because it's supposed to be a bit of a catchy week, so I thought ideal. I know it's late for grass seed, but still, sod it, put it down, hope for the best. Let's go and get that block out and hopefully we'll be back on this again in a minute. The good news, I got the block out, so I'm quite happy with that. It actually came out a lot easier than I thought it was going to. I was there trying to get it in from the side with the iron bar and it didn't like that very much. So I've made a decision. This last little bit, I'm actually just going to pick the stones by hand. There's only a little bit there. I don't want to damage Winton's machine. Do you ever get it when you borrow someone's machine and you think, I don't want to hurt it, I don't want to damage it? And to be fair, it's going along nicely. It has done a superb job, especially up over the top bit here, down the bottom there, where those sort of stones have gone down over a little bit more. I think it's just better just to do that by hand. I think we just asked a little bit too much of that machine. Perhaps Winton will want to do another video with us later in the year where we use it on some softer ground. So yeah, I'm going to rake this over now by hand just to get the final level. Scatter some seed down over it, roll it over with a flat roller, and fingers crossed it rains this week, which I didn't think I'd be saying this year, and it will grow nicely. Yeah, bob on. Right, so I've just hand broadcast grass seed all over it. It's as good as we're going to get because the rain's coming tomorrow. I need to get the grass seed in. It's already nearly the middle of May, so it's not perfect, I know. I'm quite disappointed in myself, but we're now going to roll it in, and Max wants to go up with the drone. So Max is going to film it with the drone, and I'm going to roll it all in and probably roll a bit of the ground as well.
Shots with me. I'm trouble, I'm fast, I'm clean. I've roamed this land, one man done conquered it all. And it stings, but let me say, you'll thank me yet one day. It's the price that we all must pay. Got food, got school, chin up and take a walk. No time to talk. This is a final warning. I'm just saying, I'm not playing. Take a walk. No time to
So what are you saying about your drone shot, Steve?
On the last one,
Yeah.
when I was halfway down the field, it said the drone is landing in 30 seconds. And I got over here,
Yeah.
I got to about here,
Yeah.
and it started going down.
Good timing there, dude.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Max, that doesn't look too bad, does it?
No.
It actually looks much flatter than I thought it was going to. It actually looks better coming back the other way, but that is actually looking pretty good. Considering I'm still disappointed with the bottom bit, but to be fair, I said before, Max and I, if we've got some other loads of topsoil any time, is we'll put it down there anyway, just to take this camber out. I don't know if you can see how steep that is, but it's actually reasonably steep down. So hopefully that'll grow now. Everyone will see it, Max, won't they?
Yep.
It'll either work or it'll fail, won't it?
Hopefully the rain comes tomorrow.
Yes, we definitely need
Whereas
rain
last
now.
time we chucked some seed on top, it didn't rain.
It didn't rain for ages, did it? So.
No.
No, so hopefully this one will be more successful. I'd just like to say I'm majorly impressed with the WINTON Stone Burier. It's our fault, it's not the right ground for us. It's just needs to be slightly less stony, I think. So we call it a smaller stone barrier. I'd say sort of anything, I don't know, up to the size of the palm of your hand, perfect. Anything bigger than that, it's just going to, you're just going to ruin it. So I'm glad I stopped rather than break it. All right, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe and we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.
Bye.